Welcome to the very last episode of Cooking with Culture. Today we meet Tudor and Nesma from an Egyptian background to share their migration story and delicious Egyptian food. Okay, Nesma, we've got a few items in front of us. Let's start over here. What have we got to start with?
Of course, this is yellow lentils. We use it in making soup. It's a really basic soup with some vegetables in it, and we boil it together. And this is very common in Egypt, especially in winter, because it makes us really warm.
And what have we got here?
It's fava beans, but it's been peeled and grounded and split into halves. Yeah. And we use this to make falafel, which is very famous Egyptian street food.
Yes, and this is similar as well. So in this jar here.
Yeah, this is quite similar. Yeah, but we use it in a really different thing. We soak it overnight, and then we use it full in Egypt, and it's very, very common in breakfast.
Yep.
As a breakfast item in Egypt. We eat it with bread, and we usually season it with a little bit of lemon juice. It takes long hours to cook, so you have to make it a day earlier. Yeah.
And of course you got to have rice.
Yeah, rice is a staple in an Egyptian home, and it has to be a medium grain rice because we use it to make mahshi.
Oh, okay.
We usually mix the rice with lots of spices and parsley, coriander, and green herbs, and stuff it into the vine leaves.
Yeah.
And cabbage as well. We don't have cabbage in here, but stuffed cabbage and stuffed vine leaves are very popular in Egypt.
Okay. And now you've got tin lentils, so this is a convenient version of the normal lentils.
Yeah, I believe that this kind of lentils is already available dry, like this one. But I prefer to use this one in koshari.
Yeah, and tahini, is this the dish you use very often?
Tahini is very popular in Egypt. We eat it with most, beef dishes like kofta, kebda, everything. Like tahini is always on the side.
Baba ganoush as well.
Yeah, we're gonna use it today for the baba ganoush.
And now we're moving on to some spices. So this is the cumin powder.
Yeah, cumin. We added to many things. We seasoned the rice in the stuffed vine leaves of cabbage with cumin, and we do use this one with fool, the black lentils. So
use it a lot.
We season everything with cumin, I guess.
And I guess same with garlic, of course.
Yeah.
And we're moving on to nutmeg.
Yeah, nutmeg, we use it for beef dishes. We season beef usually with nutmeg and along with other spices, of course, garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
As well. Yep, and in this little pan.
This is a dried coriander seed.
Yeah.
And I think you can find it in Australia as well as the shape or the form of powder, but I prefer this one because it gives much aroma when you fry it with other spices.
Aroma.
Aroma and taste. And we use it usually with molokhaya. And we will talk about this later.
Yeah, but this you have to get from a specific store because this is made in Egypt. It doesn't grow in Australia.
Yeah, it's written here in Arabic, and this is imported from Egypt, produced of Egypt. And actually this makes me really proud because molokhaya is not available anywhere in the world except in Egypt.
So it's very, very unique.
Very, very unique, and it has been there for years. It has been there. I think it's an ancient Egypt thing. Had been there forever.
Yeah. And we'll be making soup with this later.
Yeah. Usually in Egypt, we have this thing frozen, and we have the fresh leaves. But personally, when I was in Egypt, I would prefer to buy the frozen stuff, except getting the fresh leaves because it's a long process.
Oh, alright. So this is more convenient
to get this from the leaves.
Yeah. So this is nicely packaged for you and frozen.
Yeah. It's very convenient for the working mom.
Definitely. thank you so much for having me at your house and tasting some of your delicious food. But I'd love to hear more about your background. So you're all originally born in Egypt, so you came from the country and you came from Cairo.
From Cairo, yeah.
Yeah, so how has that been like comparing Adelaide to Egypt? What's the difference?
Oh, fewer people. Yeah.
A bit quieter?
Yeah, a little bit quieter, of course, and more green areas and more parks for Matthew to play, outdoor areas in general. We like it here, it's very quiet and convenient. We can get to anywhere in like 20 minutes. Yeah, that's a great blessing for us.
Yeah, Cairo is very busy country, so you can call it the country that never sleep. Yeah, so you can do the shopping by night. Shops still open and till late
Midnight.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you get the street food on the stall as well? You can go outside and buy
Yes.
something to eat quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can enjoy your time by night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big nightlife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do smoke shisha, you can do shopping, you can have food.
So you've only been in Australia for just over a year now?
Yeah, we have just completed
A
1
little
year.
bit over
Yeah.
a year, yeah.
Wow. And how have you found it? Do you enjoy your lifestyle? Matthew, now you're in school here. You enjoy your time in Australia now compared to Egypt?
Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, I'm sure you must miss, being back home as well. What type of food do you miss the most?
Kishk is a very oriental and authentic food to make in Egypt, and it's usually done in the countryside only. So it's nearly impossible to be available in Australia anywhere. Yeah.
So you're going to cook some Egyptian food, but it's your version of Egyptian food.
Yeah, it's my version.
Yeah,
to
'cause
be
there's
to
different
be honest,
styles.
yeah, I have to be humble.
Yeah. But I guess if you could describe to someone who's never tried Egyptian food before, what would be the experience for them? What would Egyptian food look like?
Basic, easy, and well seasoned. That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah, so it's just very comforting and homely style dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can feel the family spirit comes from the food.
Yeah. And have you got any memories of your childhood with, around your family, with your parents cooking? Do you have any special memories you like to share?
Yes, all the memories, gathering all together and having celebration.
Because it's Ramadan at the moment for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is Ramadan, which a very spiritual and generous month, and we can share food with your neighbors, and you can serve a dish for free for
the
who is
poor.
passing by
Yeah.
in the streets.
So people come
So
over
it-
to your house and you go out to, invite them to your place as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's all about gathering and
Being generous in
Yeah.
this holy month, it's really important.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
lovely.
yes, Ramadan has a lot of memories. We can recall it and.
Yeah, oh, beautiful. And Nesma, your family lived on a farm? And yes.
We live in the country areas of Egypt, but my dad had a fruit farm, or if you just right to call it. So yeah, this had a certain memories attached to my mind when it comes to mangoes, because I was really excited when I come to Australia that we have here mangoes, but it doesn't taste the same.
Doesn't taste as nice as back home?
No, not at all. Egypt has like more than 15 kinds of mangoes,
Wow.
and it's all sweet and it's all delicious in its own way. So I was really amazed that the mango here doesn't taste like real mangoes.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, and I keep calling back I keep missing these memories, because we my sisters and I usually were waiting for this months where my father were collecting the mangoes from the trees and get back to home, get back home with the mangoes. So it's really exciting. We had
boxes of
big
mangoes.
boxes of mangoes at
Yeah.
home, and the house smelled like mangoes for a long time.
Wow, sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And what kind of food would you make of mangoes? Desserts or just have it on its own?
You can eat it on its own. Yeah, that's you can honor mango by eating.
Yeah,
by
of course.
eating on
Love
its
mango.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something that you must really miss.
Yeah, and it's really sweet, so you can't add anything to it. Yeah.
We can do a dessert out of mango. We do kataifi with
Yeah.
whipping
Oh,
cream.
This is very popular in Ramadan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So a layer of kataifi and then a layer of cream
Yeah.
and a layer of mango over it.
Wow.
And you
Yeah.
can
It
repeat
seems
these
like-
layers over and over.
It's more like a trifle, but made of kataifi
Oh,
and
wow.
mangoes.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And Matthew, you're in school at the moment, but what is your favorite dish? If you can choose 2 or 3, what would be your favorite Egyptian dish?
Grocery and falafel.
Yeah, and we're having kushri tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to trying some Egyptian food, so thank you so much for spending time with us and sharing your recipes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Nesma, we're going to start cooking some Egyptian food. So what are we making today?
We are making koshari. Koshari is very famous in Egypt and popular. It's very affordable street food, and it's a hassle to make it at home. So we usually buy it just from the restaurant because it has so many elements. It has the fried onions, and this takes time to you peel onions, you cut it into slices, you fry it, and
So you prepared this in the morning.
yeah, I prepared this in the morning. Just cut it in the food processor and just like this. And I just sprinkled some flour
Flour.
and corn flour
Corn flour.
and salt
Mhm.
over,
Yep.
and then just deep fry it in the oil for a long time. Then this is the secret in this recipe. We use the oil where we fried the onion in, which this one I strained it.
Oh, so that's giving you the flavor.
Yeah, this is full of flavor now, so I'm gonna use it to cook the rice,
Oh, okay.
the pasta, and the sauce, which is the most important ingredient in the
Yeah.
kosher. I'm gonna show you how to make the rice. I'm gonna use my eyeball it. And I'm gonna use this kind. We call it sharia. I don't know what kind of pasta
Like
it is.
angel hair pasta. It's very
Yeah.
fine pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna crush it like this.
I can smell the onion from the oil.
Yeah.
It smells divine.
So we're gonna fry this angel hair sharia, and allow me to call it sharia, until it's like golden brown. Sharia will mostly absorb all the oil now,
Takes all
but
the flavor.
yeah, but I think I should add a little bit more of oil. 2 cups of rice. So I'm gonna fry the rice again.
Yep. So the rice and the pasta is
Yeah.
that beautiful.
Yeah, the rice
Oil.
will eventually like give this translucent color. Yeah, it will be transparent in color.
Yeah.
When it's fried like this, it will be transparent.
Translucent,
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Originally, you will be cooking the lentils with the rice, but because this pre-packed
The
lentils
tinned one.
and already cooked, I just add it at the end and stir it with the rice.
Yeah. Okay.
When you put the water, it makes like if you didn't hear the sound, the rice will be not good.
So you need that sizzle at the end.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it has to be warm enough.
That's right. And when you put it boiled water, it cooks faster.
Ooh. That's the noise you're looking for.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, this will be like 6 cups of water for 3 cups of rice. Just eyeball, just 1 large
1 large
tablespoon of
tablespoon
salt.
of salt and mix it
Yeah. Cover it now
in. Yep.
and leave it on this high heat until you can see the rice under the water, getting absorbed a little bit, and then we can move it on a low heat.
Okay, so we're moving on to our next dish now. What are we making?
We're making ملوخية. the one we spoke about before. It's a staple in Egyptian home. It's a kind of soup, but we use it to eat it. We used to eat it with rice as well. So it seems like mushy and not appetizing to look, but it's really tasty.
It's the taste that's important.
Yeah.
Because we're feeding a lot of people, we are
Yeah.
doing 2 packets. And you're saying moukhaya is a dish that is very Egyptian. Every house cooks it at least once a week, and it reminds me of your
Yeah, that's
your
right. At least
childhood?
once a week. It reminds me of my childhood. My mom used to cook it all the time. It's kids love molokhaya in
Yeah?
Egypt. Yeah, it's like
It's a
fish and
comfort-
chips.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so rice and molokhaya for any kid in Egypt is like his favorite childhood food.
It brings you back to your childhood as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you say you could walk down the streets of Egypt and you'll be able to smell
Yeah,
moukhaya
just
cooking.
smell. You can smell molokhaya cooking, like, and at least in 3 houses around you when you're walking in the street in Egypt. It has really significant smell because we are going to fry the garlic to add it to the molokhaya, and yeah, it smells amazing and it tastes really good.
Ooh, looking forward.
You can
to
eat it with bread and you can eat it with rice. So now all we have to do is just stir it until it all, it completely dissolves in the stock. And the consistency, it has to be like not so runny and not so thick. I don't know how to describe it,
Yeah.
but it you can adjust by adding hot stock to it or just more molokhaya to it. Yeah, until you get to the right consistency,
Yeah.
which is kind of a thick soup. So I have here a pan which is hot too, and I need the ghee.
This is ghee, so this
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
butter.
and this is all.
Clarified butter.
Yeah, this is also a staple in Egyptian pantry. The ghee.
The ghee, you
We
have to have
don't
that.
use butter, and it's very expensive to find. And you use natural ghee, and it's very expensive here in Australia, so I can't get it. I use clarified butter. Instead, I do it
Your
I do it myself.
interpretation. Yeah.
I'm going to add a lot of ghee, like 2 full teaspoons.
Because you get a lot of flavour from the ghee as well, don't you?
Yeah. And we're going to wait until this becomes a little bit hot. So we don't add any fats in here. There's no fats in here. All the fats is from here.
This is where the taste, the flavour comes from.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm going to add, like, be generous with the garlic. A little bit more. Yeah, just enough. You can smell the
Garlic.
you can smell it right away. Yeah, I'm gonna add the dried coriander
A bit of
on top.
pinch.
Yeah, just a pinch of dried coriander. It will give it an extra taste.
I'll let you-
And we haven't added salt yet.
No?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's no 2 people who doesn't agree who love molokhaya.
Do you need
Watch
me to help?
out.
Oh, okay. You okay?
Yeah, pour the molokhaya in here.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then we're gonna take this thing here.
All right. And then you pour it back in.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Now we got all the garlic in the pan easily.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you don't waste a bit.
Yeah. It should make another sound like tsh, but this wasn't hot enough.
Oh,
but
okay.
that's fine. It will be
It'll still
molokhaya.
taste delicious.
Yeah, it will be molokhaya at the end. Yeah, we can add the salt now. I always say less salt better than more. We can adjust later.
Yeah, depending on how you like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to leave it on the heat for about 2 minutes, and then it's done.
It's done.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's it.
Not too bad.
So I'm gonna check on the rice. I think that's already done or drilled. Yeah. Alright, so we are going to add.
So we're going back to the cushery now. When
Yeah.
this is done, we're going back to the
Yeah,
first
this is
recipe.
done, and I can just
Turn off.
turn it off.
So next part is adding lentils to the rice.
Yeah, I'm going to add the lentil to rice. It's quite different than people used to do, but I prefer use packaged already made lentils because it takes time to make.
Yeah.
It has to be soaked.
This is more
and
convenient.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add the lentil to the rice and I'm going to stir it.
Looks like a very hearty dish.
Yeah, it's hearty and it's very easy,
Yeah,
but
simple.
because it has so many elements. And you have to work out so many pans, and yeah, for people who worry about the dishes like me, I won't do this at home.
You would rather just go to the restaurant.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Takes too long.
as long as I'm not washing the dishes.
Yeah, too much dishes to
Yeah.
wash.
So I'm
And
going
takes-
to add a little bit of cumin and salt to it,
Just a pinch.
just to give it the spirit of kosher.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
cumin.
Have it.
Yeah,
Again, cumin is very common in Egyptian cooking.
yeah.
Yes.
We're going to make the sauce, which is the last.
This is the last step, but
Yeah.
very important
Yeah.
step. Yep.
Yeah, this what gives kosher the aroma and the taste and authentic
The flavor.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to use this again.
Yep.
This is
flavored
the oil where I fried the onion.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put it in the pan on high heat. And you have to be generous with oil because this is the only amount of fat you can add in the kosher. It's
So be generous with
not
oil.
many fat. Yeah. I'm going to add some spices. I'm going to fry coriander.
Yep. Again, that's very common.
Yeah.
Coriander.
And some cumin. With the garlic. Yeah. Yeah, leave it like until the garlic is a little bit golden, and then I add the sauce. Okay. So I'm going to add like 2 cans of sauce and 1 can of chopped tomatoes
Okay. Yep.
to give it like the texture of tomato in it.
And that's it, really. Put anything else? That's it. So
Yeah, I'm going to
seasoning?
add some cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon.
Yeah. And vinegar.
Okay, vinegar. So you just do it by touch, by feel, no exact measurements.
It's like 3 tablespoons of vinegar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Not everyone, put cinnamon in there, but I think it gives it a little bit good smell
Extra.
and it adds to the taste. I think we need some water as well in here. This apparently will take a long time to boil. Oh,
So you slow cook it.
yeah.
For a
I'm
long
going to add, and forget about the salt.
And of course salt.
Yeah, about half tablespoon. And I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. So we'll leave this until it simmers and it will be ready. It's really easy,
Yeah.
but as I said before, it takes like
Takes time.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for showing me this
Thank
recipe.
you.
I can't wait to taste.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow us on social media for all the latest news and recipes.